Norman Coleman versus Victoria Swearink and Matthew Swearink. So it looks like it was property or it's still owned by Norman Coleman. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where I swear everybody in, I just want to make sure I get the facts right. Well, let's do this. Why don't all three of you raise your right hands for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, and everybody can put their hands down. Mr. Coleman, first of all, did you file a landlord-tenant matter?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
It was in front of me? I'm assuming it was.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
some other court.
No, it should have been in front of you, Your Honor.
Well, you're not sure?
I filed the paperwork via certified mail to your court. Yes, sir.
Okay, so did I hear a landlord-tenant matter on a
No, not yet.
landlord-tenant day?
This will be the first hearing.
Were you renting the property to Victoria and Matthews Swearink?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was there a lease agreement?
Yes, I sent a copy of that along with
Yeah.
the paper, Your Honor.
And I see it as exhibit 1 if that's
Yes, Your Honor.
like 1. Did they move out?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When did they move?
It was, I think it was July 31st, Your Honor.
Okay, that's the date you got claim rose. So is that they actually moved out?
Yes, Your Honor, that the last day, I can double check that.
Okay.
Yes, that is the date. Yeah.
Was that okay? I appreciate that. Then that'll help just kind of move it along. We'll get to the other part. So, Mr. Coleman, did they drop keys off to you then, or how did they?
Well, we met on the last day, and they left the keys there on the counter for me.
Okay. I apologize. Is this Swearink? Am I kind of close?
Yeah, you're really close. It's Swearink.
Swearink. Oh gosh, that's even easier for me. Swearink. Okay. Is that true so far? You drop keys off with him?
Correct. We had a formal walkthrough on the last day and dropped keys off with him.
Okay. Mr. Coleman, this part of your claim is that, let's see, exceeded termination resulting in deposit charges, exceeding security deposit. I'm not sure what this means. It says, upon lease termination, unsatisfactory condition upon lease termination resulting in deposit charges exceeding security deposit amount. I don't understand what that is.
I can explain, Your Honor. My lease specifically has a clause in there that says that they will leave the property in as good as or better condition than when they left. And when they left, the place was actually a mess, and it took a lot of work to get it cleaned up. And
Cleaned
so,
up or damaged?
well, there was damage as well. I supplied photos in there too.
Did you? Was there a damaged check-in sheet provided originally?
Yes. Well, with the I provided them with a list of damages when after that day.
No, I mean when they moved in.
Yes, I gave them a check-in sheet when they moved in.
Okay, is that true from Swearink? Is that true?
A copy of the check-in sheet was never provided. I did sign a paper when we moved in after we did a walkthrough, correct?
I'm sorry, signed in a paper. What kind of paper did you
I believe
sign?
it was a check-in sheet. I am not sure, but I walked through with him and we inspected the property together when I moved in.
Okay, so I should have some kind of a sheet with a signature on it saying the property was in good condition? Is that what? Mr. Coleman, what does that look like? What am I looking for?
It's in the lease. I actually make that part of my lease, and it's in.
Okay, I understand, but where is it? Did you draft the lease?
Yes, sir.
Thought you said something about your daughter or something.
No.
No?
I have DocuSign where they sign for everything.
Okay, I just looking for the check-in sheet then. Where
Yep,
is that?
it should be in the lease. I believe it's like about 5, 6, 7 pages in. You'll see it's in that exhibit 1 there somewhere. It should be about halfway through. You'll see that the check-in sheet and see that their signature and my signature are there. And it's
Okay,
a blank sheet for them to fill out and return to me, which they never did.
So does it say check-in sheet? Some, oh, here, well, I
Yes.
see inventory.
Michigan
check-
inventory checklist.
Okay, it says checklist. Okay. Okay, so I get that. It's one of 4 pages, it looks like.
Right.
Let's see. I don't see any conditions noted on it at all. It's just all blank.
Yeah, I supplied it to them so that they would have it to fill out and send back to me, showing, if they found any conditions that they wanted to make note of. I never received anything from them.
And so you didn't press them and say, hey, listen, I need a check-in list?
Yes, it's all in. I also give them a document which is in here. It should be in the last few pages. It's called the rent talk, and this
Oh, the
talks
what?
rent talk.
Rent talk. Okay, what is that?
It just explains a few things about the property and stuff. It's just trying to make them understand, what they're responsible for and stuff like
Okay, but
that.
that was just something that you gave them?
No, it was part of the whole documents.
Well, I know, but did they sign that document too somewhere?
You have to check.
Writer deposit doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No, so we're gonna ignore that one. So I got a Michigan inventory checklist, rental binder deposit. So let's kind of, I guess, cut through then. If I've got a blank checklist, that's not boding well for anybody either.
I do have pictures, Your Honor, of the condition of the property that are before they moved in and after they moved in.
Well, why don't you tell me what you're asserting the $6,000 for? Let's just go right to that and see where we're at.
Okay. Well, $6,000 includes the damage to the door wall.
Damage, hold on, I'm gonna write them down. Damage to door wall.
Yeah.
What's a door wall?
Sliding door, going out from the main room out into the outdoors, the backyard.
Like just a sliding exterior door?
Yeah, sliding door wall.
And
Yeah.
what was damaged? What was damaged?
They had a dog, and the dog clawed it all up and tore up seals and everything in it.
Tore up seals.
Yep.
Okay, what else?
There's a whole list there, but they had the laundry tub was just caked full of stuff. They had
Laundry, hold on, laundry tub. What was wrong with the laundry tub?
it was caked full of sludge.
I'm sorry, taped full of sludge?
Caked.
Okay.
No, just layers.
Yeah.
Let me see. There should be an exhibit 2 there where I have it all listed out.
Well, I want to hear from you though. I
Okay.
don't care what you got right now as far as your list there.
Um,
Go ahead and tell me about the laundry tub.
Well, the laundry tub, there's a picture that I sent you there too. And it's got all sorts of stuff in there. I don't know exactly what it was. Might have been, lint from a washer machine or whatever, but it was practically an inch thick.
Okay, and what was that doing? I mean, it sounds like it was just in the sink, right? The tub?
Yes. It all had to be cleaned out, and the sink had to be cleaned. And
So it had to be cleaned. Did it cause any damage? Just cleaning?
Right, it's just cleaning.
Okay, just cleaning on the laundry tub. What else you got? What else is?
Well, I'm gonna go right down the list here, so I'll start at the top. They had tires in the backyard,
Tires in the backyard.
and those had to be removed. They weren't there when they moved in.
Okay, how much did it cost to remove the tires?
$50.
I'm sorry?
$50.
Who did you pay $50 to?
You know, that's what I'm charging them for doing it.
Well, no, not what you're charging. What did it cost you to have them removed?
Well, it didn't cost me anything. Actually, I did it myself.
Okay, so no cost so far on that one. Remove self. Okay.
And even though they say they hired somebody to clean the house and everything, the refrigerator was a mess, and I got pictures of that too, and I had to clean that out.
Clean the refrigerator. Okay.
Yep.
How much was that?
Well, I'm
Cleaning.
charging $50
you
off
do
the
it?
deposit, but I did it myself.
So you charged $50.
Yep.
Okay, do you have a cleaning fee in here somewhere?
I'm not cleaning fee in the lease, you mean?
Yes.
No.
What's it say about after
Leave the place
condition
clean.
after they leave? I'm sorry?
It's in the lease, it's paragraph 47. Just says that they will leave the place in as good a condition, as clean as it was when they moved out, as it was when they moved in.
Page 47.
Well, no, it's paragraph 47.
Oh, paragraph 47. Okay. 47.
And it's titled Condition of the Premises at the End of Tenant's Occupancy.
Okay. Condition of premises, will return possession.
Premises should be clean and ready to rent to the next tenant.
So you didn't charge a cleaning fee at the beginning or tell them that there was going to be a cleaning fee at the end if things
sir,
weren't
I did
cleaned
not.
up? I'm sorry?
No, sir, I did not.
No. Okay. But you do have the paragraph that says should be clean and ready to, there it is, ready to rent to new tenant. Okay. And I'll take a look at that. Okay, so we got refrigerator that needed clean. What else needed?
Had to clean out and vacuum the garage. It was a mess. Had to clean out.
Garage.
Yep. I
Vacuum
only charged
garage.
$10.
I'm sorry?
I only charged $10 for that out of their deposit.
Well, right now you're making charges out of nowhere though. You didn't tell them that there was gonna be certain charges. How are you coming up with the figures?
What I did for this was I just went to into Google and came up with, I did a search for common charges for landlord
But you
tenant.
did this on your own.
Yes, sir.
Didn't hire anybody to do it.
Correct, sir.
Just came up with a figure off of whatever you could find on the internet.
Correct, sir.
Okay. What else you got? Clean and vacuum garage.
Yep, and then clean and vacuum kitchen cupboards and wipe them down inside and out because they were a mess.
Cupboards. Wiped out. And cleaned. What did you have to do to the cupboards?
I had to vacuum them out and wipe them down because they had lots of crumbs and stuff in there, and there was some sticky stuff. I don't know what it was. It might have been honey or something or syrup. I don't know, but I got pictures for all of that too.
Wouldn't you have done that even if you were just re-renting it anyways?
Well, no, because it was their responsibility to have it
But I
clean.
mean, even if it was clean, when somebody comes in to rent from you, wouldn't you have gone through and had a cleaning service come in and clean for you?
I usually do it myself, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, cupboards needed wiping out and cleaned. Okay, what else you got?
The oven was dirty. I had to clean it 2 times to get it clean.
Oven cleaning. What was wrong with the oven?
Just baked stuff all over it. It's a self-cleaning oven. It would have been fairly easy for them to just run it through a couple cycles and do it themselves.
So it's not self-cleaning? You just cleaned it?
Well, I had to do both. I ran a couple cycles through it and then I had to wipe it all out.
Oh, it is self-cleaning though.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you self-cleaned it using the settings on the oven and then cleaned it out twice?
Correct.
Okay. What else?
Had to clean and replace the fireplace hearth and mantle. There was wood chips all over it and dust from the burning firewood or whatever was all over it.
I'm sorry. So the mantle. What was wrong with it?
The hearth and the mantle was completely
Yeah.
taken down. And the hearth just had wood chips, pieces of wood, and dust all over it, from ash.
Okay, ashes in the
On the mantle. It's a brick mantle that comes out from the fireplace, surrounds it.
Okay. So you vacuumed that out, I'm assuming.
Shoveled it out and then vacuumed, yes.
Okay.
And then wiped it all down with soap and water and got it nice and clean.
What else we got?
Backyard behind the shed, they let that overgrow real bad. It was probably about, I don't know, the weeds and stuff back there. Some of it was 3-4 feet tall, maybe even taller than that.
So you
So
had to cut the grass, right?
well, cutting the grass, we mowed the grass a couple times while we were there after they left, and that's not a big deal. I don't care about that. But it took a couple of hours 2 or 3 hours to go back there and chop down all those weeds and things and stuff that we had all cleared out before they moved in.
Is there a paragraph about maintaining the yard at all?
Yes, there is somewhere. I'm not
Where's
sure.
that
Let's see. I think it's going to be in paragraph 21. And there's a bunch of things in there, but yes, it's going to be paragraph 21, sentence section N, A, and I. Mow, weed, and edge and trim the lawn and keep in presentable condition.
Cost will be charged to the tenant. So what cost did you incur for that?
$50, Your Honor.
That's what you did it though.
No, I had someone else do that.
Okay. $50 to have that done?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who did you pay to have that done?
James Layton.
And who's James Layton?
He's a friend of mine that helps me with stuff like that.
Friend, okay.
Yep.
I'm actually here.
Okay. All right, Mr. Layton, I'll get you right down there. I'll put your name there in case we need it. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Coleman, we left off with the lawn maintenance.
Your Honor, in our case, in the interest of the court's time, Mr. Coleman did not file the suit within 45 days of our move out.
Okay.
We did file a counterclaim to that effect. I'm not sure. Just to clarify that you've also received.
Let me find the counter. Mr. Coleman, is that true?
It is true, but they did not provide proof of an address to me within the 4 days that it states in Michigan law, as well as in my lease in big bold print.
We were reachable the entire time. We had communications. We did a formal walkthrough, told him where we were going to live, and he asked us what the best way to send our deposit was. We had said via Zelle, which was the way we were communicating. I believe that law is in place to protect landlords and not entrap.
So hold on. So we had a 4-day period where you, to provide it, where's, is it in the lease here someplace? You got the language in the lease? Where's that at?
It is on page 4, right at the top in big bold print, as required by Michigan state law.
Oh, let's see, page 4.
And
Yeah,
when we,
Less
notice
than,
is in the lease.
It is
I'm
in
sorry,
the,
ma'am?
no, oh, go ahead.
The notice is in the lease, Your Honor. I believe the 4-day rule is in regard to the 30 days of deduction list. If I'm
Let me just, for everybody's sake, let me just read what you got in your lease, okay? First, hold on.
sure.
So we got, let's notify 99. As long as we're talking about that too, let me jump through, as long as we're, was there a security deposit given to?
yes, sir.
How much was the security deposit for?
The security deposit totaled $2,200. It was $2,000 for security deposit and a $200 pet deposit.
And where's the language for the security deposit?
Let's see, that would be on page 3, Your Honor, one page back, at the very top, paragraph 8, security deposit. And there's an addendum for the pet deposit.
Well, it looks like $2,000 was for the security deposit at Chase Bank. Is that right?
That's
Mr.
correct. That's where it's currently held.
Coleman? Okay. Is that money still in that account?
It sure is, Your Honor.
Okay. So did you send them an itemized list?
I did, Your Honor.
When did you send it?
I think around the 15th or something. I would have to look, but when, according to my understanding of Michigan state law, the state
Well,
has provided written address.
I don't want to hear that yet. I just want to know if you sent one.
Yes,
Norm Coleman sent the list on August 16th. We received it on September 2nd. On that date, we text communicated with Norm Coleman, which has always been efficient in the past, that we were going to dispute some of the deductions, and we offered to negotiate those terms outside of court. He never responded to that message, so he did have 16 days notice that these deductions were going to be disputed, and he filed
That's
a
why we're-
suit.
Yeah, we don't have to go through, but that's why we're here anyways for that part. So we got, so it was sent on August 16th, Mr. Coleman, does that sound about right?
yes, Your Honor.
List, and is it the list that we're going through, I guess, for,
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
is that everybody? It's from Swearink, because I'm gonna have a hard time with it. I apologize, I keep looking at it and it's coming out different every time.
It's
Sorry
Swearink.
about that. Swearink?
Yes,
Wow.
and
Is
that list was for $2,200. I have no idea where the $6,000 number is coming from. That is outside.
Okay, well, we're gonna work through it. So I just want to make sure is this the list that we're working through that you guys received?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. That makes it easier for me. If something's not on that list, just speak up for me, okay? So we're
Okay.
just gonna keep going through the list first for everybody's sake. It's a little bit easier. So Mr. Coleman, where we left off is on the maintenance, grass maintenance area, okay?
Right.
Okay, and then go from that point on where, in fact, let me just find your list that you sent him. I must have a copy of that
Would
somewhere.
be Exhibit 2, Your Honor.
Exhibit 2. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff in Exhibit 2. I got a bunch. Let's see, deposit held, remove. Okay, this and it starts out at the top with removal of tires,
Right.
cleaning out fridge, clean out vacuum garage. Okay, so clean ovens. We went there. Clean and replace fireplace, hearth, and mantle.
I replace, Your Honor.
He's got. Oh, hold on. Let me just hear from him,
Yeah.
Mr. Coleman. It says clean and replace fireplace, hearth, and mantle. What does that mean?
As I explained earlier, it's a brick fireplace, and then the hearth of the fireplace kind of comes out, and it has like a ledge on it of brick and everything. And that was all. It had pieces of wood chips and stuff on it, and ash all over it, and it was just filthy dirty. And I've actually got pictures of it before and after cleaning. And then the mantle was up on top of the fireplace that you can put things on, pictures or whatever, and that had been removed. And so I put that back on, and then I had to clean the hearth of the fireplace as well.
So what did you replace?
Well, the mantle, the part that goes, it had been taken down. I had to
Well,
put it
you
back.
just told me you put it back up.
Yes, sir. I put it back up.
Okay, so you didn't replace it. You reinstalled it.
Yeah, I reinstalled it. That's what I meant by replace. Yeah.
That's where his bracket mounts were for the TV. It was just set on nails, so we just took the board down so the TV could be mounted.
Okay, and I'll give you guys. We're gonna go through it with
Oh,
you. Yeah, that's okay. But keep a list for me so I can compare what
Absolutely.
everybody's. So the mantle is what you're talking about when you say replaced. You actually just reinstalled it.
Yeah, I had to go
Yeah,
get
tell me.
it out, bring it in, and put it back up.
Okay, so tell me how it was mounted up there.
Well, it does just, normally it's screwed into the brackets, but I've
Okay.
just set it up on there. Yep.
Okay, so it wasn't like you had to do brickwork or anything,
No, I
right?
did not have to do any brickwork or anything, no.
Okay, so you just reinstalled it. And did you do that or did you get somebody else to do it?
Most of this stuff I did myself,
Okay,
maybe with a little help from Jim too.
okay. A couple brackets. So, okay, so we go back on to, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go right off the list. I guess it'd be easier with everybody. The next one down, that we did mow, weed whack yard. We did
Yep.
that. The next one says clean Florida room and remove garbage and large mirror.
Right. They had a dresser mirror that was rather heavy. It took 2 people to carry it out in there. Plus they had boxes that had, I think there might have been for curtain rods, and there might even been a couple boxes that had curtain rods in it. And then there was other stuff, just debris. And then there was bird seed everywhere in there that all had to be vacuumed up.
Okay, so it had to be vacuumed up. Okay. Clean Florida room. Okay. Let's see, dryer repair. What's that? Dryer repair.
The dryer was something that I left there for a convenience to them, and it's in my lease too for that. That states that I don't provide certain items. I provided a refrigerator, a dishwasher, and a stove, and anything else that there is a courtesy, and that they are free to use them, but they must maintain them. And I was notified that a couple of days before they moved out, that the dryer had quit working. And so after they moved out, it still wasn't working. I had to hire a technician to come in and fix it. He charged me $198.
Okay, so you were notified a few days before move out that it wasn't working?
Correct.
How old was the dryer?
I'm gonna say probably around 14 years old.
Okay, well, life expectancy is not 14 years.
It was working fine though. I'd had it
Yeah, I
serviced.
know, but it's not, honestly, if you left it there for him, you left it there for him,
Correct.
you know? How much did it cost to have it repaired?
$198.
Okay,
And then it worked fine after that.
well, yeah,
It was a broken belt, I guess, on the drum to the dryer.
well, that tells me more that it was 14 years old and the belt broke. All right, let's go on to the next one. Replace screens and remove window film. What's
They
that?
had a film, kind of a, I don't even know how to describe it. It was so that you can't, like you do on bathrooms, so people can't see in. There's like a film on there that makes it opaque instead of clear.
Okay,
Film on a bunch of windows and door walls that they put on apparently for that purpose. And I had to take all that stuff down. They didn't take it down.
okay. You charged him $50 for that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see, freezer drawer door needs replacement.
Yeah, you skipped one, Your Honor. Remove boxes from the attic.
Oh, yeah,
They-
yep. What's
Had
that
a
one?
bunch of boxes up in the attic, and how I know they were there is they had their name on them.
Okay. How many boxes were up there?
I'd say 10 to 15.
What were in the boxes?
They were empty
Yeah, just empty cardboard boxes?
boxes.
Okay. And how much you charged them $25 to move 10 empty boxes?
Well, it takes time to do things, and again, I reiterate that my lease says that they would have all this stuff done. I had a tenant ready to move in the next day. The place was supposed to be ready for that tenant to move in, and it wasn't.
Okay.
The next one, now, if you want, Your Honor, the freezer door.
Yep, let's do that one.
And I do have photos of this as well. There was dents in the front of this door refrigerator, and the refrigerator is only about 3 years old. It's a stainless steel refrigerator, and the freezer door had dents, about, I would say, 4 or 5, maybe 6 dents in the front of it. I don't know where they came from.
Freezer door dents.
And then on the refrigerator door on the right side, it's like a French door. There was a dent in the side of it too, of the refrigerator door.
So I'm sorry. So we get it says freezer drawer. You're talking about, is it bottom pull-out drawer? Is that what it is?
Yep, it's like a bottom freezer that pulls out drawer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so we get that, and then there's another dent though where?
On the refrigerator door, the right side, it's a French door.
Okay. How old's the refrigerator?
About 3 years old, Your Honor.
Okay. How did you come up with, looks like $389.55?
I went to the website of the manufacturer and looked up what it would cost to get the new face of the door. And with the cost of the new face and the shipping, this is the total, $389.55. And that's just on the freezer door. I might have the other door listed somewhere else on here, I'm not sure.
It looks like I don't know if this is the. I don't see it. All I see is 389.55, and then the next one is stovetop grate.
Right. The stove, which was only about 4 or 5 years old, has, it's a gas stove, and it has these cast iron grates on it. And then they have little prongs that come out towards the center, to the center of the burner.
Yep.
And one of the prongs was broke off. And so I had to order a new grate for that side. And and that cost me $198.13.
How old's the stove?
I would say probably about 4, possibly 5 years old. I'm just going from memory. I'm not sure. It wasn't very old.
Okay. Damage to shower surround, stained with something.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been hair dye or something. And there was no getting it out of there. It's permanent.
What color's the shower surround, I guess?
Beige.
Beige. And what was the stain?
The stain was probably I don't know, almost looked purple to me.
You got a picture of that? Is there a picture?
I
of it?
do. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, it should be at the back of the exhibit somewhere. Let me see if I can find it for you.
Okay, well, you're charging $50 for that, I guess. Is that what, right? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
It was awful hard for me to come up with a price, unless I wanted to replace the whole surround, which I definitely didn't want to do. But I don't know. It's permanent damage though.
Okay, I see a picture of a surround. It looks like it's a kind of a. Is that a little shelf or is it? I can't tell how big it is. It's a little
It's
shelf
like
or a seat or.
it's like a seat in the shower.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried. Yeah, it's a seat. Okay.
Yep.
Where's I guess what am I looking for as far as the stain then?
Isn't there a little like a dot in there somewhere? I'm
There's
looking for.
I don't know what there's. I don't know if it's on the wall part of it. Is that what you're looking at?
Oh, it's kind of on the curve where the seat goes up to the wall. It's kind of
Okay.
right in the area. I'm trying to find the picture myself.
I mean, if it's
Okay, here it is. Yeah,
is it a circular? I guess I'm not sure what part's the stain and if it's a reflection or what it is.
no. So you're looking at where it says figure 12.
Yeah, 2025 08.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's actually the date I took the picture. But anyhow, you're looking at the seat in the corner of the shower surround, and then you can kind of see that little L-shaped curve there. That's where the seat bends and the wall goes up. And then you see those two little black dots with what looks like something running down.
Yeah.
Those are the stains.
Okay, that's what I asked. I'm sorry, on the wall. It's on the wall that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So what did they clean up or not or what?
I tried everything. I tried acetone, and all it did was take the sheen off of the wall. And
Okay.
I tried all sorts of things to get that out, and I couldn't get it out.
Is the surface? Gosh, is the surface damaged at all, or is it just a stain, just an outright weird stain?
I would say because I can't get the damage or the stain out of it, it's damaged.
Yeah, well, I understand because it's I'm just wondering. It's just on there. It's like
It's like
whatever the color discoloration or whatever it is.
etched its way into it somehow.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. I hate to be going through all this, but you got multiple things. 50 hair dye stains in bath countertop.
Yes, and those pictures are there too, just a ways back from what you were looking at. Let's see if I can find those. I was just looking at them a minute ago, and I tried to get those out too, and I couldn't get them out. Let's see.
I'll just say it's a stain of some sort. Let's just
Yeah.
go on. Clean.
Yeah, there's two of them. There's one to the right of the sink and one to the left of the sink.
Okay. What
And
about,
that's figure 5 in exhibit 2.
okay. What about clean behind washer and dryer? Did you just had to clean that
Yeah,
out?
there's a picture of that too, but when we discovered this, of course, when we pulled the dryer out, work on it, there was all sorts of stuff back there, underwear, socks, dryer sheets, lint, even what looked like a fanny pack or something. And you know, none of that stuff was back there when they moved in, because I mean, I check all that stuff.
All right, clean up shed. There's trash in a shed of some sort, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just kind of move fast through these because some of these things are cobwebs, and that's
I
remove
didn't charge
glue
them for
from,
that, Brenner.
okay, remove glue from countertop in kitchen.
Yeah, there was some kind of a glue, looked like it might have been crazy glue or something like that, about the size of a nickel or something that was on the kitchen counter. And that took some work to get off.
Let's just go right through the rest of the curtains. Great room ripped and torn. Curtains in the great room. That's probably an easier one. You said they're ripped and torn?
Yeah, there's pictures of that as well.
Curtains. And you're only charging $25 for that though. Curtain rip and torn. Okay. Where were they ripped and is there, you said there's a picture someplace? Oh,
Yeah,
here
there.
it is. I got it. Yep, I see it. Is a white curtain?
Yep.
Okay.
Cream color.
All right. All right. How about it's about 8 stick on? Okay, I saw the 8 stick. It says 8 stick on hooks. On each
Yes.
side. I'm not sure what that is. What?
Well, I don't know what they put them up there for. I'm thinking maybe they were hanging something there, but it's figure 14 is one close up of it. And you can kind of see in the top of that one, when I tried to pull it off, it was going to pull the paint off. And then I have another picture where, oh, and by the way, if you find that figure 14, figure 13 shows the front of the freezer drawer. But anyhow,
Where's the wall? Where's it stuck to? Where?
They stuck it to the walls. And
I
if you
know,
look,
but where in the kitchen somewhere? But where?
that was
kitchen?
in the archway that goes from the formal dining room to the kitchen. And they had it on both sides of the archway. And while you're looking at that, if you look at figure 15, they also had it on the archway that went from the formal dining room into the formal living room. And I can see there, you can see that they pulled the stuff off, and they themselves, in doing so, pulled paint off the wall and left big blotches where the paint was, you know, removed, and gum or something was on there. I don't know what they put on there, but something, two-sided tape or something.
Okay, so we got. It looks like it just peeled the paint off. Is that right?
Yeah, it peeled several layers of paint off.
Yeah. That's easy fix though. Peel paint off. Did you get it repaired?
Not yet, Your Honor. I'm waiting for this, and when this is done, I'll use the money towards getting it repaired. I got somebody lined up to do it, a handyman up there.
About side tape, drain cleaner. What's replace used chemical drain cleaner in pipes?
Yeah, in that picture, figure number 5, where you looked at the stains on the bathroom counter, you can actually see the bottle of drain cleaner there. They got Pro Strength Liquid Drano. In my lease, it specifically forbids using drain cleaners in my drains, and I actually have a part of the lease that they have to initial on that, and actually they signed it. It's part of the DocuSign documents. and they signed this, and it's called plumbing, sinks, and drains, and it says, do not, in big bold letters, do not put any kind of chemical treatment into any plumbing fixtures, sinks, toilets, or drains. And they signed that document.
Okay, so if they used it, what kind of damage, is there damage to it?
I have no clue at this point,
Okay.
Your Honor. It's just that they
So
violated my lease by using it.
Yeah. Well, sir, if you have no damage for it, then unfortunately, they're not gonna give you any money for.
Damage could show up
Yeah.
later down the road because it tends to.
Well, you should have had, if you had an expert to tell me that there's some damage done, that would be fine, but,
At this point, I do not, Your Honor. I think
Okay.
that was,
all right. So let's go on to the next, let's see, move in. Let's see, clean laundry tub, that's not a clean thing, damage to ceiling, fan, and kitchen. Okay, ceiling, fan, and kitchens. Go to that
yeah,
one.
there's pictures for that too. More than likely, my witness there could attest to this too, but it looks like the fan was running and then something got caught in the fan. Maybe they're carrying something through the house and it got caught in the blade and it bent one blade bracket so bad that it's like almost a whole 12 inches off of where it should be and kind of twisted down at more of an angle than it should be. So that ceiling fan is going to have to be replaced. I haven't done it yet, but it's going to have to be replaced.
You just put in the amount, it says 125, and it's got subtract 115.68. What's that?
I have to find that. Let's see. Damage to ceiling fans. Well, yeah, the 115.58 is the balance of their deposit. They're in
I
the
see,
hole.
you're going down, okay, so you're total, okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So $125 is what I went to Home
Yeah.
Depot and looked for a comparable ceiling fan, and that's what they're going to charge me for a fan. That
Okay.
does not include any labor.
Okay. All right, let me get Miss Grimm in here real quick and hold
Sure.
on just a minute. Miss Grimm did, let's see, let me get, Mr. Love is here too. It looks like he came back. Miss Grimm, has there been any resolution?
Yes, Your Honor. So, the deficiency balance was $5,902.40, $70 for court costs, $120.24 to serve, for a total of $6,092.64. He's agreed to $100 a month starting 11/15.
Dollars per month. Remove fasteners of the windows. What? So I got the fan, and then now remove fasteners stuck on the window.
Yeah, in the Florida room, there's windows, and there was some kind of Velcro or something fastener stuck on the windows, and there is a picture of it there somewhere. I have to look for it, but and they were next to impossible to get off. That's near the end of the exhibit there. There's some pictures of those fasteners on the windows. And also, like the third page back from there, you can see with the mantle, I showed a picture of before and after where I cleaned it. And on the pictures of the fasteners on the windows and stuff, they're kind of, well, I guess they're pretty easy to see. It's going to be like the last 3 or 4 pictures. They're like little rectangular things. I think it's Velcro.
And HVAC filter.
Yes. The lease says that they'll keep those filters maintained, and the filter that was in it was just plugged full. I think there's a picture of that too in here somewhere.
This HVAC filter, you just talking about just the furnace filter itself?
Yes, sir.
This is the middle of the summer. How dirty was the filter?
It was bad. If you look at, like, the first picture in Exhibit 2, it should be rated like 2 more pages back. You can also see the condenser unit. And I had just replaced this air conditioning system maybe about 9 months prior to this, or maybe a year or whatever. And they weren't maintaining that either. It's all plugged full of just dust and debris and stuff. And so they weren't maintaining the HVA system. I paid about $8,000 to have that replaced.
Okay.
While there were tenants there.
That looks like that's the end of the list. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. So Swearink and Ms. Swearink, let's go through. Let me go through the items for me first, and then I'll get you a chance to tell me what you want. Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk. We'll go right down the list again. Let's talk with sliding door, the outside sliding door. I guess it goes from one of the rooms to the outside on the, I'm assuming backyard. Is that right?
Correct.
He's saying that there was some damage, tore up seals.
So this is a house from the 1950s. None of the seals worked when we moved in. The door when we moved in actually didn't lock and was braced with a board that was placed down at the bottom of the door to keep it from locking and unlocking. So when you pulled on the door, like the whole thing would jar off and tilt and rotate. I actually did fix the lock myself while we lived there. It is possible that our dog damaged some of the paint on the outside of the door, but there's no way he damaged the seals.
We also paid a $200 pet deposit and $50 a month for 24 months for having our dog. I would have thought the money for that would have came from that.
Okay, so we got $200 pet deposit, which we'll get at least two, and then you were paying extra. What was
An
the
extra $50 a month to have our dog.
Your Honor, if I
Okay.
may.
Mr. Coleman, I want to hear is why was there an extra $50 a month if they
That was
paid a
not, Your
$200
Honor, not- It was
deposit?
a signed document stating what that was for. What that was for was, I showed them a picture of the carpet that was only 2 years old before they moved in. And the previous tenant had a dog, and the carpet had.
No, Mr. Coleman, I've given you, hold on. I'm just asking what the extra $50 per month was for.
I'm trying to explain that, Your Honor.
Just tell me what it was.
It was for replacing the carpet. We made an agreement that I would take the cost of putting new carpet in that room for them, and I would split the cost 50-50 if they
No,
wanted.
these are separate issues.
No, it's not. I have a signed document for that.
Where's the signed document? I guess I need to pull it real quick. Where is that at? Is it attached to the lease agreement here somewhere?
Yes, it should be. I gotta find it.
It looks like it's maybe the last page. Tenant requests to have carpet replaced in great room.
Yeah, that's probably it, yes.
This is a thing I'd like to speak to too. This was a phone call that I got as we were driving down to move in, that the carpet in the great room was uninhabitable, and we were asked to pay for new carpet if we wanted to live there. I know the wording there, but that carpet was disgusting.
Why would you sign this then?
Because again, I'm stuck. I'm in medical training. We had to move there. My job started the next day.
Okay, but still you signed it. That's the unfortunately. It's just and I'll read it, but it says request to have carpet replaced in great room, and then the $2,500 is that actual $50 per month paid for that 2-year period? Is that what that is?
After
Yes,
that,
there was a separate where he raised our rent in addition for the dog as well.
Okay, we'll get to that, but you're paying that $50 per month, correct?
Correct.
Was that 50 paid in full at the end of the lease?
We paid $50 a month for every month for a duration of the 24-month lease.
Okay, that's what I'm asking for. So that.
Yep.
Okay, so let's kind of stick with we had the sliding window or door. You're acknowledging that maybe there's some kind of damage to the outside of that door from the dog.
Correct. Although it was not pristine when we were there, I'm just acknowledging that he probably pawed the door.
Okay, describe for me what you think damage was done to that outside.
I think it would require repainting of the outside of the trim, but I do not think we damaged the seals to the door.
there's a picture there, Your Honor, of the damage.
Okay, where's that picture at
I'll
then?
be
I've
back
got-
to Exhibit 2 somewhere if I find it.
Show one with, I don't know if that's it or not, with a green, looks like green carpeting, outside carpeting or
That'd be the
something.
Florida room.
That's the what?
The green carpet was in the Florida room or
Okay,
sunroom, if you want to call it that.
Is
It's figure 11 in Exhibit 2, so it's about halfway in the pictures.
here.
And the jagged pieces you see hanging down, that's the seal. And that was tore up by claws, dog clawing at it.
Okay, I see the molding area around it. It's scratched up, and then I see.
And you see
Okay,
the
it looks
glass.
like, yeah, no, I see it. So do you guys have a picture of that in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're acknowledging are you acknowledging that that scratching? I'm just gonna call it scratching. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about where the paint is chipped off. I do not think
Yeah.
my dog split the door or split the board between the wall and the brick.
Okay,
Oh, no.
where that,
That's just cracked caulking, Your Honor. I'm not even considering that. That's something I wouldn't even charge for. That's part of
Okay.
maintaining the house.
Which,
okay,
if we're talking about the caulking's already cracked there, like this was not a pristine condition thing. I mean,
all right, so we get.
Your Honor, I might note that caulking wasn't cracked like that when they moved in. It has nothing to do with their maintenance of it. It's just something that happens over time, and that's something that I repair every time I go up there.
Okay. All right.
And Your Honor, just to be clear, if I may, regarding the carpet and the $50, the carpet cost me, it cost me about $2,800. And-
We're gonna let me keep some organization of this, okay? We went through the list, so it's their turn. Laundry tub full of sludge. That was a cleaning issue. Tires in the backyard removed. Were those your tires in the backyard?
we were using them as planters, but we also rented a dumpster to get rid of or consolidate some of our furniture before move out and left that for Mr. Coleman to use.
And
I'm sorry, you left what? A
We
dumpster?
left him a dumpster that we had paid for at his request for him to use. This would have been carrying tires 25 feet to the front yard if he did not want them. But we were using them as planters for flowers.
Refrigerator cleaning, vacuum garage, cupboard, light bulb. We talked about the mantle, reinstalled the mantle itself. Is that true? Is that what it was? The mantle was taken off?
So he had where above the fireplace, that was where the TV mounts were. You couldn't mount the TV and have the mantle stay in place. So we were told if we were to mount the TV there, the mantle was just set on basically metal nails. We just picked it up and set it in the floor.
Okay. Was it damaged or anything?
No.
No? What about the, I guess, inside the fireplace itself, did that need cleaning? Just be right up front to me. Was that ashes
Your
and stuff?
Honor,
that needed
I
cleaning?
cleaned the entire fireplace myself. I did use soap and water after I collected all of the ash. Maybe it could have used a second soap and water experience, but I did spend a lot of time cleaning that fireplace. And I also hired a professional cleaner to come on July 30th, the day before we moved out, and spent $200 to have the entire unit professionally cleaned. And I have a receipt to that effect as well.
Okay.
Most of the cleaning stuff, if I can just before we go through it item by item,
Yeah,
Norm,
go ahead.
Norm left a hole in the house that he knew about before we moved in that let rodents in through the entirety of our stay there. It became a big problem, especially at the end. I had to start using an inhaler again. A lot of cleaning was very hard due to the rodent excrements that were everywhere.
Which is why we hired professionals. I also have text receipts of Norm stating that he knew about the hole in the soffit and stating that that is probably how the rodents were gaining entry. But we were only made notified of that information a week prior to our moving out of the residence, and we'd been dealing with it, paying for professional exterminators the entire stay.
Oh no. Did we lose audio?
Are you there?
Oh,
Now I can
now I'm
hear you.
here.
Okay. Mr. Coleman,
Yes, sir.
was there a rodent issue at one point?
Well, according to them, there was. There wasn't when they
Well,
moved in.
did you discuss that with them?
They did say something to me near the end of their term there, that they'd had a problem with that. But again, in my lease, it says that pest control is their responsibility. And as far as their claim that there was a hole, when they moved in, there was not a hole. There's a section that we found after they moved out where the soffit had moved away from the house, and it did create about a 1-inch gap. And that was, according to the people that repaired it for me after they moved out, that was due to the fact that the gutters weren't cleaned out for that 2 years they were there.
I have text messages where he says differently.
Oh, okay. Well, so you're telling me that there was some kind of an issue with rodents coming in at one point. Well, do you have a text from what at the beginning?
I
Or
have.
is it just later that he's conceding that you mentioned something at the end, towards the end of
It
the lease?
is later that he is conceding that I mentioned it with phone calls, and I have the message that he says that he was aware of the soffit hole prior to our moving in.
When was that text?
That text was June 17th,
Of what year?
2025 or 2020. Yeah, this year.
Okay. Okay, which is probably consistent, similar to what, okay, all right. Let's go down to, the refrigerator, not the cleaning part, but there is, let's see, is that down further? Yeah, that's down further. Let's just stay right on past with what we went through. Maintaining the grass and yard. Did that need to be?
There was grass growing behind the shed. It was mostly tree roots and dirt. It was very hard to mow and continued to damage my lawnmower trying to mow back there. I mean, there wasn't anything that was egregiously overgrown. Also, the entire fence line was overgrown prior to us moving in. I I don't understand how that costs $50 to weed whack back there.
Well, when was the last time you cut it? The
Uh,
yard period,
we-
all of it.
We cut it every week.
Do you ever have any calls from code enforcement officers? The lawn was overgrown?
No, Your Honor.
No, nothing like that.
No.
No.
You ever have any complaints by neighbors saying that the yard was overgrown or weeds were out of control?
Not to our knowledge.
No.
No.
Okay, dryer repair. I'm not gonna dryer repair. Did you damage the dryer?
No, so this was a dryer that was 15 years old, stored in a shed. My wife spent 3 days cleaning all of the mold and things out of the washer and dryer to make them usable. And we kind of did our best limping it along. It didn't do a terrific job. It broke at the end. I notified him and
All right. Remove window film. Do you have some window film? Some kind of window film on some of the windows?
Yes, Your Honor. Our bedroom was in the great room and there was windows facing the street. So by window clings, it's just simply a film that's on and it peels right off. There's nothing sticky to that. And it was just to create a barrier so that we could use it as a bedroom.
Okay, so the film itself was, I want you to be right up front with me with the film itself. It just kind of clings to the window, or do you have
it's a
to?
sticker.
No, it's not a sticker because there's nothing sticky to it. It sticks to the window for static, and
Okay.
and you just cut it to match the window. It's right on there, and it literally just this takes it right off.
Peels off. Okay.
These are some things that during our formal walkthrough with Mr. Coleman, I thought he would have mentioned that he'd done before we left, and to see that there's charges now attached to those.
How many windows had the film on it?
Oh, I'm not.
There's a bay window in the front of the house. We had it on the bay window. And then I believe that we put them on the sliding glass door between the Florida room and the rest of the house.
Mhm.
If you had to guess, and I know it's hard to go back, but guess on windows, number of windows. I know some are bigger, smaller. How many windows would you?
Probably 6 in the front room. We put one on the sliding door, and then there's a tiny window in the kitchen that it was also on.
Okay. Okay. Do you leave empty boxes in the attic?
It's possible, yes.
I believe we probably did. Yeah.
Okay. Freezer door dents and refrigerator door dent. It sounds like it's one unit, but there's dents on the doors. What condition did somebody dent them? He says he's got some pictures show dents.
I mean, it looks like there's a dent there. I didn't take pictures of it when we moved in. I don't remember an event where we would have dented it. Everything was in working order, but it is possible that we dented it while we lived there.
Okay. It looks like I got Mr. Coleman, for your sake too. I've got a picture. It looks like number 18 shows the bottom, the freezer that you're talking about, freezer door dent. And then you said I think I saw refrigerator too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is that the dent you're talking about?
yeah, actually, Your Honor, picture 18, I may have overlooked that in the thing. That's actually the bottom drawer to the stove, and there was a dent in that as well.
Oh, yeah, it looks okay. Where's your other ones then? You'll see them back here?
Let's see. Let's see if I can find them for you. I saw them a minute ago. Okay, it's figure 13,
13. And
and the lighting was reflecting on it. You can see a couple of them, but there's actually more than that. You can see one on the left side and a couple on the right side. And there's smaller ones that are kind of in the middle there too.
do you guys have that picture?
We do.
I actually don't think that we do, Your
I
Honor.
don't think we have the one of the oven, but we have the one of the fridge.
Okay, what any was there a certain time that they got damaged, or do you know about them being damaged?
It would have been just through living there. I don't know. I don't think it was damage that required replacement, and I don't think Mr. Coleman replaced the door. I think he's just giving you the price of the door.
Yeah. Mr. Coleman, yeah, I think that's what you said too. You just ran the cost of a new sheet, I guess, a new skin on it.
That is correct, because I figure once we settle this and I've got the money, that's when I'm gonna get it replaced. So it will get replaced if I prevail in this case.
Okay. Received ordinance, let's see. Stove grate. Says there's a stove grate with one of the tongs or one of the pieces of the grate, I guess, are missing. You know anything about that?
That is true, Your Honor. It did break when I placed a cast iron pan on it one day.
Okay. Okay. Right. How about staying in the shower, custom? I can do that. Curtain, rip and torn.
So the curtains were multiple years old when we moved in. My wife had to launder them and spent a bunch of time trying to get them in a presentable condition. We also replaced multiple of the curtains as well. I don't think we caused any damage to those curtains.
There were tears in them when we moved in. Granted, we don't have photos to that effect, but there were existing tears when we took possession of this property.
The tears on that one foot, I had a photo there somewhere. Wait, there was a white curtain.
I mean, you can tell they're white curtains, and they are, even in that photo, discolored. They are very old.
Oh, there it is. It's figure 8. It's the figure I have. What? Those were curtains there when you moved in?
Correct. And they were not cleaned or anything when we moved in. We spent a bunch of time trying to get them to look presentable.
Yeah, this.
Mr. Coleman, how old are those curtains?
They are older. I would probably say at least 10 years old.
Yeah. Was that what's shown in that picture? Were they like that when you laughed? Was it damaged like that? Rip? It was it or not? Yeah, the one that says figure 8.
Was it like that when we left?
Yeah, was damaged somehow? Maybe washing it or whatever. Was it damaged or?
Yes, Your Honor. The holes, yes.
We
Okay.
didn't. He's asking if we made the holes in the curtains.
No, I'm just asking if they were damaged from being washed or something. Was that what happened?
It's
Or not? I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm just asking.
no. So the holes existed when we took possession of the property. I did launder them. It's possible they might have gotten a bit bigger, but we didn't create these holes. They were in existence.
Did your dog damage them at all?
No, Your Honor.
All right. In figure 9, it looks like it's the same. It's another. Is that a different curtain?
Yes,
Was that one? See figure 9.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that supposed to be? Bear with me, but is that supposed to be a white curtain of some sort, or is it
I think this is
multicolored?
a
Or what?
pixelated photo. That is not how I recall it. I think that's like washout from the printer or whatever he used to scan it in. It was not that dirty.
Was it white?
It was white. Yes.
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 Okay. And Mr. Coleman, is that about the same age on those curtains?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. go to the hooks on the wall that are shown in the, gosh, it looks like it's in between two rooms on the wall. There's an entrance and exit area.
They're command
Yeah,
strip
hooks.
hooks. We could have taken them down. We did not.
What, I'm sorry, what were they?
They're like the command strip hanging hooks. We could have taken them down. We did not. It slipped my mind when we looked.
Okay. What were they up there for? Just curious.
What would you hang there, babe?
Again, we used that front room as our bedroom, so it was just hanging a cloth divider so that could be a room.
I'm just curious, you keep saying you use the front room as a bedroom? Why?
Because the carpets in the back of the house were so bad that we didn't want to stay in them.
How many bedrooms were in the back?
Yeah,
How many?
3.
3 bedrooms?
There was one that would have accommodated our bed, but it was very gross.
And the front room had hard floors, so we were able to clean it better.
I'm sorry, the hardwood floor was in this area that you're talking about?
Yes. So it was non-carpeted, so it was we had less health effects.
Okay. Fan in the kitchen. How did it get damaged somehow?
Yes, Your Honor, I do have the image. I also have an image that Mr. Coleman put on Zillow right before we took possession of the home that shows the fan also bent like that. I can screen share it with you if you'd like to see it.
Or let's do that. That'll help me too. This is on Zillow, from Zillow, I mean.
Yeah,
Yes, Your Honor.
Make sure I got you the ability to share it. Yeah, you should be able to.
okay. Give us just a sec here.
Mm.
If for some reason you can't find it, let me know. I've got it allowed to share one person, so you should be able to. But
Okay, there
Oh,
it is.
here it is.
Disabled screen sharing.
oh, okay. Let me just change it then. Try that one.
Let me zoom in here for you.
Yeah.
But you can see this one right here is out of alignment.
And that's the same. Is there only one fan in the house? Like a
That's
ceiling fan?
That's the fan that he's referencing there. I believe there's another one in this room next to him.
Okay. This is the kitchen area, obviously. And okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Coleman, do you see that fan? Is that the fan you're talking about?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Okay. Is there something different about this picture compared to what you're telling me?
I don't believe that blade is bent in that picture, Your Honor.
They're clearly not straight.
You can see the underside of that one blade.
Can you zoom in a little bit more, maybe?
Yeah.
Can you, or as far as you can go? There you go. That's good. That's good. Whoop. Did you ever use that fan?
We did,
We used it as our exhaust for the stove.
because we had a gas stove and there was no exhaust.
Would it, I guess, would it work? I mean, would it go around?
It
Yeah,
would, yeah. And it didn't make noise.
and he didn't see the need to replace it either before his new tenant.
All right. Did you replace that fan, Mr. Coleman?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna say you can take it off for me. Thank you. Okay, I think that is all I have on see here. You got a counterclaim, just real briefly, tell me what your counterclaim is,
So our counterclaim is just for double our deposit as
because
in law. We didn't venture. There are multiple other things that I could say, but we didn't want to venture outside of that.
you guys moved out, so I got the dates right. You guys leased from July 7th, 2023 and moved out on July 31st, 2025. Is that right?
Correct.
Mhm.
And did you give him 14-day notice of where you were living and written?
We gave him written notice on August 14th.
We also communicated with him in person after a clean walkthrough, and he told us that he would send us our deposit back on Zelle. So I thought our communications were done, and we communicated multiple times between the 4-day window and our vacancy.
So I'm sorry, I'm looking, usually, no, it isn't right. But you must notify your landlord in writing within 4 days after you move.
And I think that excuses him from giving us his itemized deduction list, but I don't think it exempts him from the 45-day rule, which he provided us with.
I just want to piece things together though, but so,
Yeah.
so you,
Sorry, we were very prepared.
right. So there was no, just bear with me, so within that 4 days, there was no written notice given, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but there was talk between the parties as far as some
Correct.
address. And ma'am, I think you told me you gave him an address eventually on what date?
He got the written notice on August 14th
Of where you were living?
of our exact address, yes. I also, our forwarding address, like if he would have used our last known address, which was this current residence, it would have ended up at our current address. I put in for postage to be forwarded mid-July.
Sorry, say that again, you gave notice of what? A forwarding address? Or you gave him something?
No, Your Honor, I'm just stating that if Mr. Coleman tried to send us the list of deductions to our last known address, it would have reached our current address.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's a little technical, I understand, but
Sure.
so you actually gave him the address on August 14th though.
Correct.
That's correct.
Okay. Did you
And
get a notice from him that he was holding your security deposit at some point in writing?
We did.
When did you get that?
He sent it on August 16th. We received it on September 2nd.
Mr. Coleman, on that notice that we talked about earlier that they're saying they received on September 2nd.
Yes, Your Honor. It was sent by certified mail, return receipt.
And I could find that notice again. Rental payment and the Mr. Coleman, help me out with that. Where's that notice? And again, I think we talked about it, but
I'm looking for it. It would be Exhibit 2.
oh, it's on Exhibit 2. I'm looking through. Okay. Exhibit 2. You know, I guess before I let you go, there is a picture supplied by Plaintiff, figure 20. It's on exhibit 2 of that fan. Do you by chance have your copies there?
Yes.
Does that look like the condition of that fan?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. As long as I just happened to see it there. I didn't, let's see. So the notice that Mr. Coleman you sent, it looks like it's a dear, it says it's right in the front of mine. That I may have moved them around. Dear Tori and Matt, herein you will find an itemized list of deductions from your deposit. Is that what you're talking about? Below
Yes.
is paragraph 47 and 48 from your lease.
That would be correct, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. All right. So just in summary, Mr. Coleman, you're asking for complaints was it here $6,000, I believe.
If I may, Your Honor.
You may.
The $6,000 was me saying that I wanted to completely replace that door that was damaged, that sliding door wall. But and to make this more expedient or whatever, I would be happy with just retaining the $2,200 and calling it good.
The 2,200, the security deposit plus the,
Plus
I'm sorry, what?
the 2,000 security deposit plus the 200 pet deposit.
Okay.
I'm gonna replace the door wall, but I'll eat that.
I'm ready to make a decision both ways. Does that, I guess for my sake, from both of you, is that something to talk about? So Swearink's perspective. I apologize again. I'm gonna struggle with that name till we get off here. Is that no?
No, I'm kind of at the end of my patience with dealing with Mr. Coleman.
All right, I'll take a brief recess off the monitor. Oh, I'm sorry, from your side, you're asking for the 4,400, which is your security deposit plus double that.
Correct.
All right. All right. I'll take a brief recess, come back in and make a decision for everybody. I'm going to ask everybody to, mute yourself because I know you want to talk amongst yourselves, but let's just mute and. Okay, we can go back on there. Lauren Coleman versus. Yeah, sure, both of it, Victoria and Matthew. Swearink. I had a chance to review my notes, and the dates are really, quite frankly, most complicating part with regard to test man damages. I do find that plaintiff's claim was late filing. Move-out date was July 31st, 2025. Suit was filed September 25th, 2025. But to compound the complication on this matter, there was no written forwarding address given by the defendant. I've taken all that into consideration. I I do find that almost all of plaintiffs' claims are reasonable wear and tear claims that don't warrant judgments or damages. The one exception is the stove grate, which defendants acknowledged that it was damaged. Given the impromptness on the filing of the complaint, given the significant amounts of unreasonableness with regard to claims for normal wear and tear items, finding that plaintiff's claim is dismissed, no cause of action. Counterclaim for $2,200, and again, that's based upon no forwarding address given on the claim as well, and the mitigating circumstances on the entire case. So I'm not awarding the 2 times that damage based on multiple items brought up in testimony, is mostly on time frames when things were filed, when forwarding notices weren't given in totality. But I am discounting that damage $2,200 by $198.13 for the acknowledgement to the defendant's credit or counter plaintiff's credit, acknowledging that the stove grate was damaged. Or that will be $198.13 off of that $2,200 that should be given to the defendants in this matter. Therefore, judgment on the counterclaim for $2,001.87. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to everybody. Okay.